Good day, good day, good day. Here we are. Ready for another roll reveal. This one is 1946S. It is, let's see what's going on here. I'm live, but it's not showing on screen. There we go. Okay. Just making sure. Here we are, ready for another roll reveal. This is roll reveal number 809, 1946S. Lincoln Cent roll. I've already opened them to get them out here. They are pretty nice. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Of course, like with any of these other rolls, I have not looked at the contents as yet. Don't even have my camera ready yet. This one is a ball serif mint mark, which is the scarcest of the 3 different mint marks that you can find on 1946S. That's a good start, I would say, getting a ball serif mint mark right off the bat. We're going to check the reverse on the first 10 coins. I don't know much about reverses on 46S Lincoln Cents, but we'll check them to see, just in case. Alright, and that is Doug's coin. No die variety on that one, but it does have the ball serif mint mark style. Alright, let's see. Coin number 2 goes to Frosty. This one for Frosty is going to be, oh, it's another ball serif mint mark. We might have a full roll of ball serif mint marks here. That would be really cool. No die variety on this side. Let's check the reverse real quick to see if we get... Oh, that's a nice earlier die state coin there. Really pretty looking. No die variety, though. That scarce mint mark style. Once the grading services catch up, once they figure it out, they're going to be grading these by mint mark style. And once they do, these little boogers will shoot straight up in value. Hey, Mickey. Hello, Blaine. Good day to everybody. We have another ball serif mint mark. So we've got 3 coins out of the roll so far. All 3 of them are ball serif style, which is a very good thing. A few little spots here and there, but it's a 1946S roll, 79 years old. Here's Shinbone. Shinbone up for a coin, and it is a ball serif mint mark. So we may have an entire roll of ball serif mint marks here. That would be so neat. This is the same die as the previous one. I know because of the die scratches going east and west across the face and neck. We'll flip it over anyway. Take a look at the reverse side and see what we get. Nothing, just like the last one. But still, ball serif. 3 different types of mint mark styles. There's the serif, which is a large mint mark with serifs on the top and bottom. There's the sans serif, which has no serifs at all. And then we have the ball serif. The ball serif mint mark style is this one here. It has a triangle on the bottom and a round ball on the top. Oftentimes, that little separation on the top there is there. So some people call that the broken mint mark or the detached mint mark. It is nothing special. That's how all of them came out pretty much. This is a nice Woody here. Woody, Woody, Woody. Ball serif mint mark style 1946S with a Woody. That shows up really pretty on both sides. I don't think he can do a lot better. That one's for DC. That's 5 coins out of 5 so far, ball serif mint mark style. Let's see what we get here. This is Frosty's second coin. Frosty's second coin is also a ball serif mint mark style. You would think by watching this particular show alone that these are actually common, but they are not. The large and sans serif make up roughly 81% of the overall mintage in 1946 San Francisco, leaving only 19% for the ball serif style. Scarcity has its privileges, I tell you what. Ball serif style are not common to find. If this turns out to be a whole roll of ball serif, it'd be the first I've ever seen. One nice RPM and double die known for the ball serif. A few other minor RPMs known. Not much, however. That's coin number 7. So far, all ball serif mint marks. There's one for Trip. Another ball serif. And another example of the same die I have run into a few times before. So this one will likely not have any doubling on the reverse. Nothing. Nothing, nada. Hello, Paul and Frank. Good day, guys. Coin number 9 now. Brad. Brad gets another ball serif mint mark. Coin's starting to turn just a little brown, but part of that's because of the woody effect. Another part of it's just because of oxidation inside the roll. The tube was not sealed for a number of years, which tends to cause the coins to shift to a slightly brown color. The additional thing about these is that these are the bronze cents minted during the shell case bronze years. Shell case bronze meaning the brass that came back from the war was melted back down into sheets and cut into planchets for coins. They did that from 1944 to 1947. Seeing some unusual markings here. I have to zoom in some to take a better look at it. Okay, it's die wear. Had a strange look to the right side of the R and the center of the E. Center of the E is unfortunately a hit. And this little ball of gunk over here on the right side of the R is not hub doubling, it's just a bit of die wear. Alright, backing back out again. And the reverse. Last time we're going to check the reverse on one of the coins in this roll. During the show anyway. They will all be checked obverse and reverse again. Good morning, Paula. All right, coin number 11. Will we get 11 ball serifs in a row? We do. Another ball serif here. But no RPM. Let's see about coin number 12. I'll be doing 2 reveals this afternoon or this morning, wherever you happen to be. There's another one. Nice. Very scarce do you ever run into an entire roll of ball serif mint marks. But as soon as I get finished with the second of these 2, I have an appointment with my son. I speak to him on the phone. He lives in Sweden and we can only do this every other weekend. Nice. Another one. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back on reveals. Going to finish all of our reveals today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening there will be another reveal show. That doesn't sound right. I'm going to weigh it. Hmm. 3.02. So it's 0.8 grams shy. Not enough to call it underweight, but it is 0.8 grams underweight. This one going to Mickey. Let's check the reverse. Okay, no sign of a weakness in the strike due to the lightweight planchet we have here. But it is a bit underweight, just a little. All right, Mr. Fletcher. Also, a ball serif mint mark. Another one. Pretty coins. .13 gram tolerance. Okay. And this was a 0.08. Mr. Fletcher, good morning, sir. And there is another ball serif mint mark. Looking for anything that stands out to us. No, you spin back around where you belong. I touch my little mechanism and it comes out of whack. I have to whack it back in. Alright, coin number 17 now. This one for Dan the Man. A little bit of a woody, not expressly heavy, but it is there. Congrats to Mr. Dan. They are pretty nice. Coin number 18 now. Doug Rizak. What do we get for Doug? Another Broken S 1946S with Woody. Well, you know this is an original roll because we have the exact same issues going on throughout the entire roll. We have repetitive dies. We have repetitive condition to the planchets. We have repetitive color. And we have a repetitive mint mark style going all the way through. Which in this case... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Alright, so I spoke too soon. This is a sans serif mint mark, but it's also a double die. You see right there on the 1 and the 9, you can see a little bit of separation. If I move over to Liberty, you're going to see a lot more. Or maybe not. This is a different die. But it is a double die. Okay, I thought this was die 1, but it's not. You see doubling on the RTY of Liberty up toward the top. And then over here, you can see it pretty strongly on the 1 and the 9. If I flip them around this way, makes them easier to detect. There's your doubling. Nice double die. And the first sans serif mint mark in the roll. I believe this one might have some effect up here in trust. Maybe not. I don't remember these as well as I should. But it is a double die nonetheless. This one's for Polly. Polehampton. It's coin number 19. Here's coin number 20, Stan. Yes, in actuality, Frank, the S is upside down on these ball serif mint marks. The S was supposed to look like this, and they punched it in upside down. Now, there are just a couple of dies that they punched them in right side up. The way to tell if yours is inverted from the norm is that the triangular piece will be on the top and the ball will be on the bottom. Or you can also tell because the weakness in the mint mark will be on the bottom instead of the top. It should be on the top up here. But this is a ball serif mint mark. Another one. Nothing else on the obverse of this one. Coin number 21 now, Mark. There's a regular serif mint mark, so the ball serifs seem to all be up toward the front of the roll. And nothing going on here. Now, coin number 22. DC. Does anybody have any particular requests for rolls that they would like to see revealed this coming week? If you have any requests, let me know now. Did Dirty Water contact me last night? No, not that I know of. Not that I am aware. Mickey says 56D. Mickey wants to see 56D. Does anybody else have any other requests? Particular dates? Mint marks? Another ball serif. Dan agrees with Mickey. Okay. Nothing else on that one. Coin number 24. Taco John. Yeah, Blaine 43S would be nice, but I don't have any. .43S would definitely be nice, but unfortunately I don't have any. 66 or 72. I think we could probably arrange that. Mr. Valley. Another pretty one. S is a bit smashed out on that one. Nice earlier die state coin though, and a woody. It's toned down a little bit. Wow. Just nice. I love the way these were struck. Very, very nice strike on this one. That's not expressly normal for 1946S. They typically come a little weak. Do I have any 40s rolls? I do. Like the one I'm doing right now. But yes, I have some 40s. I have some rolls in the 40s. We can dig into. As unfortunately, those are kind of expensive, and the reason, they're old and they're not common. You don't see them around much, but they typically sell for a pretty decent chunk of change. But I do have some. Sureg. Oh, nice. I like the way these are toned. They're stripy and really nice and cool. And they're ball serifs. So, 1960D, always nice. Yeah. 60D. So it's 60D, 66, 72, and 56D. plus anything in the 40s. Oh, you're looking for a few coins in the 40s, just singles. Well, I have a lot of 40s singles. If you want to email me, I'll get them out for you. There's a nice red one. Nice bright red. That's actually a very pretty coin. Coin 31 now for Shinbone. Sans serif and a double die. You got that same double die on there. You can see it on the left side of the 1 and the upper part of the 9. I don't think there's any other effect of it anywhere except in the TY of Liberty. You see it just a little bit to the north there. But it's definitely in the 1/9 of the date. 62 Philadelphia. Well, that's a different one. I could certainly work on that. Got Mickey. Mickey up again. What does Mickey get? What? 47D. Huh. We got some oddballs mixed in here. Well, Mickey, you'll get this coin for nothing. That's weird. I hope that doesn't continue. Who's up next? Stan. Oh, back to 46S again. That was a weirdo. Tossed itself right there in the middle of the roll like that. Alright, coin number 34. Back to Dan McCumber. Let's see what happens for Dan here. Oh man, this is pretty. Gosh. These coins are beautiful. Really nice early strike. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like the color too. Colors on these are a nice color of red on the ones that are still red. This one seems to be toned a little bit. Yep, it is. Another ball serif though. Very unusual. Ball serifs become more common than the other types of mint marks in a roll. Mr. Pierce. Another one. Nothing doubled. I don't know what it means, Paul. This was an unsealed tube, so it could have been an accident that someone pulled a coin out and stuck another one in. But we do know they left the double dies in the roll because we found 2 of them so far. And a bunch of ball serif mint marks. I think we've only seen 2 or 3 that were not ball serif mint marks, not including the 47D. Here's one for Sureg now. Who knows, there might be 51 coins in here. Sureg gets a ball serif mint mark. A lot of these are from the same die. Chubby Pop Chaser. Another one. Man. I sold coins just like this for $10 a piece. So I know they've got some value. 19%, Blaine. 19% ball serifs, which is a pretty small number, but we're turning up like more like 90% in this roll, which is rare. Just don't see this often. Here's number 41. Be doing one more roll this afternoon, and then I have an entire chain of rolls coming up this evening. We're going to do 3 rolls this evening and then 2 tomorrow on Monday before the next reveal show. Reveal show tomorrow evening. Sissy. Back to Sissy. And still Ball Seraph. Ball Seraph mint marks. Come and get yours. Because they don't happen often. Stan? Stan the man gets another Ball Seraph. Yes, Mickey. Absolutely. Tuesday and stay as long as you can. Got plenty to get done. Another Ball Seraph. 1946S. Coin number 45. And coin number 45 goes to Mark. Let's see what Mark gets. A Ball Seraph. This is so unusual. There's more BU Ball Seraphs than I think I've ever seen. I pull them out and keep them. When I find them at like shows and whatnot, I keep them. Because when I go to coin shows and start pulling 46S's, I get these Ball Seraphs and keep them in a tube. Because I think one of these days, there's another one of the double dies right there. Well, the good thing about getting the Sans Serif is that you're probably going to get the double die. And this one certainly is. Added value to the Ball Serif, not right now. I charge more for them because they are scarce. Because if you want a mint mark style, if you want a mint mark style set of all 3 different mint mark styles, especially in uncirculated condition, they're going to cost. Here's another one of the double dies. Yeah, the Sans Serif and the large mint mark with the serifs, those are pretty common. Unless they're double die like this coin. But that Ball Seraph, man, you can have a lot of difficulty finding one of those. There's one right there. Number 49 to Otis. Let's see what Otis gets. Another Ball Seraph. Sweet. And number 50. Last coin in the roll. And the last chance. What do we get? A double die. You get the double die. It shows on the 1, the 9, and the TY of Liberty. Very nice. So we have 5 examples of this double die, and I think all but 2 or 3 of the remainder of the coins in the roll were Ball Seraph mint mark, and that equals a pretty scarce draw right there. I mean, I don't see them like this. I'm almost speechless. Very nice. Now, if I were to attach a retail value on the Ball Seraph mint mark coins, I'd put it at about $10 a piece, which would make this a $500 roll, because we got a bunch of them in there. All right, folks, I appreciate it. You guys come back for reveal number 810 here in just a few minutes. Give me a chance to get things together and get ready, and I'll be back. I'll see you then.